This is Tom Fox, and I'd like to welcome you to the latest podcast from the Compliance Podcast Network, AI Today in 5. In this podcast, we're going to look at 5 short stories curated by me, Tom Fox, about AI, compliance, risk management, and the greater business world. We'll give you a short 5-minute daily set of stories that you can use to think about how you can use AI in your compliance program going forward. This is one of the most interesting innovations that I have come across in all of my time in compliance. I've written a book, Upping Your Game, about the use of AI and how we'll transform compliance, literally starting now and certainly by 2030. I'm going to run this podcast series through the end of August, and if we get 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to make this a permanent offering of the Compliance Podcast Network. So please subscribe, rate, and review wherever great podcasts are listened to, and I'll know there's an appetite for AI news in the compliance profession. And now 5 stories about AI and compliance for August 13, 2025. We begin with 2 stories about the EU AI Act and its importance in America. First up, from CFO Dive, why the EU AI Act could be a wake-up call for U.S. CFOs. Staggered effective dates and uncertainty about which companies must comply could yield fresh financial pressures for CFOs. An U.S. company's chatbot accessible to EU users could soon trigger major compliance hurdles. On August 2, the EU AI Act entered a new phase requiring newly deployed AI systems like chatbots and other AI-generated content to be clearly labeled and disclosed if placed on the EU market. For CFOs of U.S.-based companies, this brings fresh compliance obligations, a potential compliance requirement, and likely new costs. Like the Colorado AI Act, EU regulation applies both to deployers and providers. Next up, from Arnold Porter, a client memo entitled, Generally Speaking, does your company have an EU AI Act compliance obligation as a general purpose AI model provider? Well, according to the Arnold Porter, the AI Act may apply even if your company's not in the EU. So you need to take a pretty close look at this issue. There are some exemptions, and there's also a path to compliance, which they highlight in the memo. Our next story is about what is AI and how does it work and why are people concerned about it. It comes to us from the BBC. It's a general purpose article, but it's got some great points on the basics of AI and why people need to be concerned about it going forward. Next up, from CFO, 7 legal considerations for mitigating risk in AI implementation. 1, data privacy and protection. 2, consider bias, fairness, and discrimination. 3, regulatory landscape. 4, intellectual property and licensing strategies. 5, compliance risk allocation, contract risk allocation rather. 6, transparency, oversight and risk management. And 7, cybersecurity incident responses. Are you looking at all of those? And our final story is AI-driven compliance and risk management in the future of payments. If you're in the payments industry, this is something you're going to need to take a look at. And if you're a compliance officer in a payments company, be aware as well. As I said at the start of this episode, I'm going to run this series for the month of August. And if I can get 1,000 people to download, subscribe, and rate and review this podcast series, I will continue it going forward. So please subscribe, rate, and review this and download so I know that folks are listening and it's something that people want. I think it's important, obviously, and I think many in the compliance profession are looking for information that they can use to help them in their own AI journey going forward. If you've wondered about the use of AI and how stories from pop culture can help you understand some of the compliance challenges, check out Trekking Through Compliance this summer, where I'm going through, of course, all 79 episodes of Star Trek, the original series. And we have lots of AI-related issues that I talk about, particularly around computers. It's an interesting and unique way to think about the AI challenges that you in compliance have today. So check out Trekking Through Compliance.